Episode 1: Scary Creatures Unveiled. As night cast its shadow over the small village, I found myself entangled in a web of spine-chilling folklore. The air, thick with an ancient malevolence, hinted at tales whispered through generations. In this inaugural episode of Fables of Fear, we unravel the dark secrets of terrifying creatures that lurk in the shadows, waiting to be unleashed. The Forbidden Forest. Asterisk. Nestled on the outskirts of the village stood the Forbidden Forest, a place where legends and nightmares intertwined. Intrigued by the unsettling stories passed down by the villagers, I embarked on a journey to confront the unknown. The forest, shrouded in an impenetrable darkness, seemed to breathe with a life of its own. My senses heightened as I ventured deeper, guided only by the ominous rustling of unseen entities and the distant echoes of unsettling whispers. The Gloomwing. Asterisk. As the moon painted a ghostly glow on the forest floor, I stumbled upon an ancient tome that spoke of the Gloomwing, a creature that feasted on the fears of the lost. Its wings, like tattered shadows, fluttered in the moonlight, casting a haunting silhouette on the gnarled trees. The air grew colder as I delved into the creature's lore, realizing that every step deeper into the Forbidden Forest awakened the Gloomwing's insatiable hunger. The Whispering Willow. Asterisk. A twisted, gnarled willow emerged from the darkness, its branches whispering ancient secrets to those who dared listen. The villagers spoke of the Whispering Willow, an arboreal entity that entangled the fates of those who approached with a chilling touch. As I neared the tree, the whispers intensified, revealing fragments of forgotten tales. The roots seemed to writhe, and the willow's ominous presence hinted at a connection to the nightmares that plagued the village. The Phantom Lanterns. Asterisk. A clearing in the forest unveiled an ethereal sight, phantom lanterns flickering with an otherworldly glow. Legend spoke of lost souls drawn to the spectral light, forever trapped in a dance of eternal torment. The lanterns swayed in a macabre waltz, their ghostly flames casting dancing shadows on the moss-covered ground. A distant moan echoed, and the air pulsed with the lament of those ensnared by the phantom lantern's bewitching allure. The Cursed Moonstone. Asterisk. At the heart of the Forbidden Forest lay a moonlit glade, adorned with an ancient moonstone said to hold the key to the creature's dominion. The villagers, bound by fear, warned of the stone's curse, a gateway between worlds. As I approached the moonstone, its pale glow intensified. Shadows stirred, and a spectral figure materialized. The Gloomwing, entwined with the Whispering Willow's tendrils, guided me into the cryptic dance of the Phantom Lanterns. To be continued. Asterisk. The forest's secrets unfolded in eerie harmony, and the creature's malevolent presence grew stronger. Stay tuned for the next chilling episode of Fables of Fear, where the spectral dance continues and the mysteries of the Forbidden Forest deepen. The creatures' tales persist, and the shadows beckon those brave enough to confront the folklore that weaves nightmares into reality. Subscribe now for more tales that blur the line between the ordinary and the supernatural. Episode 2: Scary Creatures Unveiled. The spectral dance in the Forbidden Forest had only just begun. The moonstone's glow lingered in the air, casting an ethereal hue over the gnarled trees. As the creatures' tales echoed in the haunted glade, I pressed forward, drawn deeper into the labyrinth of folklore. Join me in this chilling continuation as we unravel more secrets of the sinister creatures that lurk in the shadows. shadows. The Vale of Nightmares. Asterisk. With each step, the forest seemed to transform into an otherworldly realm, the veil between reality and nightmares growing thinner. Whispers of the gloomwing's hunger became a haunting melody, and the willow's branches extended with spectral fingers, beckoning me into a realm where the line between the living and the spectral blur. The shadows embrace. Asterisk. The phantom lanterns swayed with renewed intensity as the moonstone's glow deepened. Shadows danced with malevolent glee, casting illusions that played tricks on the mind. The air pulsed with an unseen energy, and the haunting moans of lost souls resonated through the glade. As I ventured further, the creature's dominion seemed to envelop me, and the forest became an ever-shifting labyrinth of fear. The Banshee's Lament. Asterisk. A mournful wail pierced the air, a banshee's lament, echoing through the haunted glade. Legend spoke of a spectral harbinger, a messenger of doom whose cry foretold impending tragedy. The forest responded to the lament, the very trees shivering in sympathetic sorrow. The Banshee's presence added a new layer to the eerie symphony of the forbidden forest, hinting at a deeper connection between the creatures and the fates they wove. The Hallowed Grove. Asterisk. A hidden grove emerged, bathed in an otherworldly light. Within its hallowed confines stood an ancient altar, adorned with symbols that seemed to pulse with arcane power. The villagers' tales hinted at a ritual that bound the creatures to the grove, a source of both their strength and malevolence. As I approached the altar, the air crackled with energy. Shadows clung to the sacred space, revealing the intricate dance between the creatures and the forest's arcane heart. The Unearthly Pact. Asterisk. At the altar, the gloomwing's presence intensified. The willow's branches extended, weaving a spectral tapestry that connected the creatures in an unearthly pact. The phantom lanterns flickered with newfound intensity, and the Banshee's lament echoed in harmony with the forest's haunting symphony. The creatures' dominion, now bound by the hallowed grove, hinted at a collective malevolence that transcended the individual terrors lurking in the shadows. The hallowed grove revealed the creatures' interwoven destinies, and the spectral dance grew more intricate. Stay tuned for the next episode of Fables of Fear, where the forbidden forest's mysteries deepen, and the creatures' pact unfolds with chilling revelations. The veil between worlds shivers, and the haunted folklore continues to beckon those daring enough to unravel its secrets. Subscribe now for a journey into the unknown, where nightmares become reality. Episode 3: Scary Creatures Unveiled. In the heart of the hallowed grove, the creatures' pact revealed an intricate dance of malevolence. As the spectral tapestry unfolded, the forbidden forest seemed to tighten its grip. Join me in this harrowing continuation of Fables of Fear, where the secrets of the creature's dominion deepen, and the haunted folklore becomes an inescapable nightmare. The Tangled Threads. Asterisk. The creatures' pact, etched in shadows and whispered secrets, hinted at an ancient connection that transcended time. The gloomwing's wings intertwined with the willow's branches, while the phantom lanterns cast shadows that wove into the banshee's ethereal lament. As I gazed upon the tangled threads of the creature's collective existence, the air pulsated with an unseen force, a manifestation of the spectral dominion that bound them. The Cursed Tapestry. Asterisk. A cryptic tapestry, hidden within the folds of the hallowed grove, depicted the creature's origins. Threads of darkness and moonstone intertwined, weaving a narrative of ancient rites and supernatural pacts. The villagers' tales, once fragments of folklore, now coalesced into a haunting saga of curses and malevolent destinies. As I traced the cursed tapestry, the creature's stories unfolded in vivid detail, revealing the intricate dance between the living and the spectral. The cryptic rites. Asterisk. The tapestry hinted at cryptic rites that had bound the creatures to the forbidden forest for centuries. Symbols etched into the moonstone altar glowed with an otherworldly radiance, resonating with the creature's ethereal pact. Shadows cast by the phantom lanterns danced in rhythmic patterns, invoking an ancient power that pulsed through the grove. The hallowed space became a stage for the creature's spectral performance, a manifestation of the cryptic rites that perpetuated their dominion. The Veiled Prophecy. Asterisk. In the heart of the hallowed grove, a veiled prophecy emerged, a foretelling of a convergence that would amplify the creature's malevolence. The moonstone's glow intensified, casting an eerie luminescence over the altar. Shadows whispered secrets of an impending event that would tip the balance between the living and the spectral. As I deciphered the veiled prophecy, a sense of dread hung in the air, signaling an inevitable reckoning in the forbidden forest. The Convergence's Prelude. Asterisk. As the moonstone altar hummed with supernatural energy, the grove became a prelude to the impending convergence. The gloomwing's wings beat with a rhythmic cadence, the willow's branches swayed in anticipation, and the phantom lanterns flickered with an eerie harmony. The banshee's lament echoed with a haunting urgency, foretelling a convergence that would reshape the very fabric of the forbidden forest. In the chilling silence that followed, the creature's dominion awaited the inevitable moment when the spectral and the mortal would collide. The hallowed grove resonates with the creature's cryptic rites, and the veiled prophecy hints at an ominous convergence. Stay tuned for the next episode of Fables of Fear, where the forbidden forest's secrets reach a critical juncture, and the creature's dominion faces a looming reckoning. The spectral tapestry tightens, and the haunted folklore unfurls with dark revelations. Subscribe now for a descent into the unknown, where nightmares take shape. Episode 4: Scary Creatures Unveiled. As the moonstone's glow lingered in the hallowed grove, an unsettling anticipation hung in the air. The creatures, dominion, bound by cryptic rites and a veiled prophecy, awaited a convergence that would reshape the forbidden forest. Join me in this chilling continuation of Fables of Fear, where the spectral tapestry tightens, and the haunted folklore reaches a critical juncture. The looming shadows. Asterisk. The hallowed grove, once a sanctuary for the creature's cryptic rites, now resonated with an ominous energy. Shadows cast by the phantom lanterns seemed to elongate, creating an eerie dance that mirrored the impending convergence. The gloomwing's wings fluttered with a foreboding cadence, and the willow's branches reached out like spectral fingers, anticipating the convergence's arrival. As I moved through the grove, the air thickened with an unsettling tension, and the veil between the living and the spectral shimmered with malevolent intent. The echoes of prophecy. Asterisk. The veiled prophecy whispered through the grove, revealing fragments of an ancient narrative that foretold the convergence's echoes. Symbols on the moonstone altar pulsed with an ethereal radiance, each bead resonating with the impending event. Shadows etched cryptic patterns on the forest floor, creating a spectral symphony that that seemed to echo through the very fabric of the forbidden forest. The echoes of prophecy intensified, and the creature's dominion quivered with anticipation. The spectral nexus. Asterisk. At the heart of the hallowed grove, a spectral nexus manifested, a focal point where the creature's collective essence converged. The gloomwing's form melded with the willow's ethereal tendrils, and the phantom lantern's flickering flames seemed to merge into a cohesive, malevolent force. The banshee's lament echoed in harmony with the forest's pulsating energy, creating a nexus that defied the boundaries of the living and the spectral. As I stood before the spectral nexus, the air crackled with an unholy resonance, and the creature's dominion reached a critical threshold. The convergence unleashed. Asterisk. In an otherworldly crescendo, the spectral nexus unleashed the convergence. The moonstone's glow intensified, casting an eerie radiance that painted the grove in ethereal hues. Shadows coalesced into a swirling tempest, and the creatures' forms blurred into a collective entity, a malevolent force that transcended individual nightmares. The forbidden forest, now a stage for the convergence, seemed to vibrate with an energy that defied earthly comprehension. The haunting symphony. Asterisk. As the spectral nexus resonated with the convergence's power, a haunting symphony engulfed the grove. The gloomwing's wings beat in rhythm with the willow's spectral whispers, and the phantom lanterns flickered with an otherworldly cadence. The banshee's lament soared, its mournful cry merging with the forest's ethereal pulse. The creature's dominion, now a harmonious symphony of fear, echoed through the forbidden forest, reaching every corner with a chilling resonance. The convergence unleashed an otherworldly symphony, and the creature's dominion reached a crescendo. Stay tuned for the next episode of Fables of Fear, where the echoes of the convergence linger, and the forbidden forest faces the aftermath of the spectral nexus. The haunted folklore deepens, and the line between the living and the spectral blurs in the wake of the chilling convergence. Subscribe now for a descent into the unknown, where nightmares become reality. Episode 5: Scary Creatures Unveiled. In the aftermath of the spectral convergence, the forbidden forest echoed with an unsettling stillness. The creature's dominion, now a collective force, tightened its grip on reality. Join me in this final, intense episode of Fables of Fear, where the haunted folklore reaches its chilling climax, and the line between the living and the spectral blurs into an abyss of eternal terror. The lingering shadows. Asterisk. As the spectral symphony's echoes faded, the forest stood shrouded in lingering shadows. The spectral nexus, a residue of malevolent energy, pulsed in the heart of the grove. The gloomwing's wings beat sporadically, the willow's branches twitched with residual energy, and the phantom lanterns flickered like dying embers. The air, heavy with an otherworldly presence, hinted at a lingering malevolence that refused to dissipate. The veil of eternal night. Asterisk. A palpable darkness descended upon the forbidden forest, obscuring the moonlit paths and suffocating the very essence of the grove. The spectral nexus, now a conduit to an abyss of eternal night, cast a veil that blurred the boundaries between the living and the spectral. As I ventured further, the forest became an unfathomable labyrinth of shadows, each step leading deeper into an abyss where nightmares held dominion. The ephemeral confinement. Asterisk. The grove, once a sanctuary for the creature's cryptic rites, transformed into an ephemeral confinement. The Nexus's energy twisted reality, creating surreal landscapes that defied earthly logic. The Gloomwing's form merged with the Willow's tendrils, and the phantom lanterns became ethereal wisps that beckoned with ghostly allure. I navigated the twisted confines of the ephemeral confinement, each step resonating with a sense of impending doom. The abyssal resonance. Asterisk. In the heart of the grove, the spectral nexus resonated with an abyssal energy. Shadows, now sentient entities, coiled around me with an unholy hunger. The Gloomwing's laughter echoed through the spectral resonance, and the Willow's whispers became a dissonant chorus that reverberated through the twisted confines. As the abyssal resonance intensified, the very fabric of reality seemed to unravel, exposing the grotesque tapestry of nightmares that lurked beyond. The eternal confinement. Asterisk. In a final descent into the abyss, the ephemeral confinement became an eternal prison. The Gloomwing's laughter morphed into a haunting dirge, and the Willow's whispers became tormented screams that echoed through the spectral abyss. The phantom lanterns, now distant stars in a cosmic void, flickered with an ethereal melancholy. I stood at the precipice of eternal confinement, a witness to the grotesque ballet of nightmares that unfolded in the heart of the forbidden forest. The haunting legacy. Asterisk. As the final echoes of the abyssal resonance faded, the grove stood as a haunting legacy to the spectral convergence. The creatures, dominion, now an eternal force, lingered in the shadows, awaiting unsuspecting souls who dared to tread into the forbidden forest. The line between the living and the spectral had dissolved, leaving behind an eternal abyss where nightmares reigned supreme. Epilogue. Asterisk. The haunted folklore of the forbidden forest had reached its chilling climax. The spectral nexus, now an eternal conduit to the abyss, echoed with the tormented symphony of the creature's dominion. Subscribe now for more tales that blur the line between reality and nightmares. The Forbidden Forest stands as a testament to the eternal terror that awaits those who dare to unravel its secrets. Magnifying glass.